It happened at 47 minutes past midnight, January 12th. I know the exact time because I saw the doctor's watch when he pressed the defibrillator against my bare chest. Then, nothing. And then, light. Not warm, not comforting. Too sharp like an unblinking eye. White, almost blue. Merciless. Endless. I wasn't moving toward it, nor away from it. I was simply there. The light was everywhere. No tunnel, no voices, just me and that light, and silence. Then, a hand. Cold. Not like skin, but like old cloth. Dry. It grabbed my wrist and dragged me back. I screamed, though I had no mouth. I fought, though I had no body. But whatever held me wouldn't let go. The light vanished. I woke up in a hospital bed. My chest burned, my lungs stung, and nausea twisted my stomach. I thought I had won. I was wrong. At first, life seemed normal. I went home 4 days later. The house felt smaller, like the walls had drawn closer. No family, just work, and now a drawer full of pills. The first time I saw the light again, it was in a bus window. The world blurred, then a sudden flash, on the horizon, across fields and trees. The same white, the same dead stare. I blinked. It was gone. Next week, I saw an old woman at an intersection. She stood still, staring at the sun. Her face was blank, empty, almost inhuman, and in her pupils, that same light. It kept appearing in water, in mirrors, on the glass door of my fridge, always still. But every time I saw it, I felt something else was staring back at me. The first sound came at night, a faint rustle like a cat under the bed. But I had no cat. The next night, scratches on the floor, dust scattered in circles across the carpet. I lay frozen, sweating through my palms, listening. By the fourth night, I saw it. A silhouette, tall, faceless, standing by the bathroom door. A shadow, but not cast by light. Its darkness was its own, swallowing everything around it. It didn't move, but I knew it was watching. And each night it came closer. When I dreamed, I heard whispers, not words, but intent. You weren't supposed to return alone. The doctors gave me sedatives. Therapy, they suggested, but how do you explain that it wasn't hallucinations? I was altered. Something had brushed against me from the inside, and now I was transparent, thin enough for another world to see through. I began to notice people near death glowing faintly, as if their bodies could no longer hold their souls. Some disappeared days later, vanished completely. I stopped using mirrors, covered the windows, unplugged my fridge, but the shadow stayed. Sometimes it sat at the edge of my bed, sometimes in the hallway, always silent. Its shape-shifting, sometimes more like me. I started keeping notes, times, dreams, feelings, but the truth grew clearer. It wasn't just a shadow. It was the rest of me, the part that should have stayed behind. That hand didn't save me. It tried to take me with it. And now it's here. Not a ghost, not a demon, just me, the part I left behind in the light. And it's angry. One night, silence filled everything. No hum of the fridge, no city noise. I saw it again, not a silhouette this time. Me, older. 20 years of fear etched into gray skin and hollow eyes. It didn't speak. It just pointed to the door. I went. I don't remember how I reached the roof. The wind was cold. The light was there again, closer now. I stepped forward, but then the same hand, around my throat this time, not pulling back, pulling down. I fell. Woke up on the living room floor, body aching. No blood, just silence. And I knew I couldn't die anymore. Each time I tried, something held me. Each time the shadow grew sharper, heavier, becoming flesh, and I was fading. A childhood photo surfaced, me at 6, holding a balloon. But now, behind me, a tall, blurred figure. I visited my mother after 10 years apart. She stared at me, long and quiet. "You've changed," she whispered. I realized she thought I never survived that night. Now the light appears even by day, in windows, elevators, rear-view mirrors. Sometimes I see people walking into it, sleepwalking. When I try to stop them, the light notices me. And it's pleased, because each time I resist it, I move closer myself. This morning I woke with the sense I wasn't alone, not just the shadow, something more, breathing with me, sitting beside me, studying me. I looked at my hands, pale, pressed a mirror to my lips, no fog. And then I understood. I never came back. This isn't my home, not my body, not my life. I am the remainder, the shadow dragged back, not because it belonged here, but because it wasn't meant to return alone. The light isn't an ending, it's a threshold, and something on the other side never lets go freely. Someone must always stay behind to hold the door for the next.